let's talk about the Fantastic Four, which officially starts shooting on Tuesday, but they had a trailer to show people, which is really, really Marvel Studios at its core. Like, because people don't understand that, like, James Gunn and DC and how typical movies are made. You shoot the film and then you enter post-production and CG. Marvel Studios starts working on the CG and action sequences that are in the script before the film starts shooting, which is why they can get a turnaround of like sometimes 12 months, which is absolutely insane.
Which then gets negated by constantly changing it.
So the last 6 weeks they got to reshoot the entire third act because nothing makes sense on every film.
And then people complain about the CG, but those guys don't have enough time to make it the best it can be.
Yeah, it's a whole thing, but we got a bunch of Fantastic Four stuff that we're gonna talk about. So there was obviously the confirmation of, hey guys, we're kind of like just jumping straight into Fantastic Four. We're not gonna waste your time.
It's after the origin.
Because a lot of from the interviews that I saw, it was like Feige had to stress, because people, these all, I don't want to listen to or see the origin over again. No, it's just after they got their powers and they're getting settled in, and they're doing what they need to do, and that's where you see that little sizzle reel where you have Ben Grimm already a rock monster, and he's on a dating show. So
he's wearing a suit and he's got the eyebrow.
And it's also funny and odd that they also gave the comment that they actually went to the desert to search for a specific rock type for Ben.
I just thought of Spaceballs when I saw
that.
And like, people are also confused, like, is this a 616? No, this is their own complete different universe. That the aesthetic is that retro 60s was it City retro of Tomorrow.
I mean, the way that it was described was it's Disney's Tomorrowland come to life. It does look like that's the legit vibe I got from it, just seeing it, and it does make sense.
And from the leaks sizzle reel, you saw some interaction between Reed and him actually being a teacher. And he's actually trying to teach the kids about multiverse theory, but sadly for him, the kids don't care anything else but watching incursions happen and seeing stuff explode.
Man, Reed is out here just being like, and there goes a universe, and there goes another one. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, because he's trying to hype them up for the scientific possibilities of alternate realities, and they just want to see stuff explode, and he just clicked the button and he's just making explosions.
Can you blame them? Who doesn't want to see stuff explode?
I mean, that's true.
Yeah, I got a short attention span. I need things to be exploding all the time. So,
if the scene's not changing every 2.5 seconds, I don't watch it.
That's why I like Michael Bay's shaky cam. It makes me interested. I can't follow stories, so just shake the camera.
Yeah, and then we got the Fantastic car, where they said that it was like the retrofitted old Cadillac.
Dude, it looks sweet.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, and it had the effect of being a Jetsons car, which is actually pretty cool.
If it doesn't make that Jetsons sound, I'm gonna be let down. I'm not like.
It's going to be interesting when they join the MCU proper, because they're going to have like Musk's Polygon car, whatever that's called.
They don't have to. We can ignore that one.
Yes, it is kind of interesting, because they did show, or it got shown, that the layout of the Baxter building is technically the version of the Avengers building, if it is correct.
It looks like it. It's got the same. It's not the same, but it's got that similar like curve up.
The weird tower slope thing.
Slightly like a urinal, like Ricardo said in the chat.
And then
I can't unsee it. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, and then they got their launching pad where it had the little Stanley Easter egg, calling it. And
what was it called?
Excelsior, I think it's Excelsior or something.
Yeah, Excelsior
was it
launching
the
pad.
Excelsior?
Yeah.
Was it like Excelsior 1 or something?
I think so. Also, they did show the face of Galactus, meaning that he is going to be a big giant man in a purple suit. So it's not going to be a cloud this time.
The helmet like comes down under the eyes at the domino mask.
Bro, I can't believe like just seeing the glimpse of that footage.
No,
Man.
People aren't ready for Ralph Ineson Galactus. I tell you right now, no one's talking about. It's like he's gonna steal the entire show. I tell you.
Yeah, he's gonna be good.
He's gonna be so good.
I mean, that entire panel was kind of like, hey, we listened to what you wanted, and here you go. You know, it's like they're not holding stuff back. It's like Galactus not being held back. Fantastic Four skipped the origin. There's a lot of just things that they're placing in here that's like, okay, this works, that works, this is great, that's great. Like,
which skipping the origin, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Like, I know we've seen it twice, but like, I think, does the general audience remember what the Fantastic Four?
I think it's gonna be like that sizzle reel the leaked sizzle reel that we saw, is that they're gonna gloss over it. They're gonna tell a really, quick explanation about the Fantastic Four again, but they're not going to dwell that much on it.
They're going to do an Incredible Hulk style, and then there's going to be a point in the movie where Reed is teaching a class. They're like, so how'd you get your powers? He's like, you guys know the story. Went to space, gamma rays, or tie it into like something, MCU, but and that's what happened. There you go. It's like, okay.
Part of me feels like skipping Origins is why Marvel's had a bit of a struggle. Because it just feels like they're trying to just get through it to have them established a little bit. And I think without the origin, you can't really, you don't get time to like sit with the characters.
Yeah,
I think so. It's just like, for me, I think it's just like they're in a tough spot. It's like a damn if you do, damn if you don't. Where the fans, the hardcore ones, don't want to see it again, but the casuals may want to. But
the thing with that is one vastly outnumbers the other.
Yeah, but another does inappropriate things by harassing people associated with the project, and you don't want that.
I was gonna say remember, because everybody was screaming from the rooftops, skip Spider-Man's origin. And then we still to this day have morons making videos about how he was never bit by a spider. Like,
I know. Like I said, it's like, we gave you what you wanted, but I didn't want it like this. Like you asked for it.
Yeah.
But with Spider-Man though, that was the movie. Then came out 2 years after the last Spider-Man movie.
Right, exactly.
So that's fair, and like it was only 4 years removed from the previous
Fantastic
movie,
Four, not quite the same exactly.
Yeah, when by the time that movie comes out, it would have been 10 years since Fantastic.
It's wild.
Which would then be 20 years removed from the mid 2000s one.
From the one that people recognize.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like you didn't need to skip it. I get why they chose to do it, because they just they don't. But I feel like part of the reason why people like the MCU so much is because you had the origin story and you can just sit with these characters.
I definitely feel like we're getting into an Incredible Hulk situation where you get the origin in the crawl. They're going to mention it throughout the film, and it picks up. It's like, we've been the Four for, I don't know, a year or two. Here we go.
But then look what happened to Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
it was the worst received of Phase 1.
True,
because it's the Hulk. Everyone just wants him to be smashy. So,
and he did smash.
I don't know. It's just something I feel like they're missing the root cause of their current problems with this. But
I mean, more so than a lot of other characters, the Fantastic Four origin is a huge part of their character development. Like,
exactly right. Like it's the reason why they're together.
Exactly. Like they don't. It's like the accident goes wrong, and then they're bound by this fate, and this fate sets them on a course to be the family heroes, right? Like, if the accident didn't happen, they wouldn't be the same. So, it's like, I get it, and I trust, again, I'm going to trust Marvel to do this right, because what they showed us from the sizzle reel seems to be on point. Like, they got the vibe.
Everything I've seen and everything they've shown off, and the casting as well, I have no doubt that it's going to be good. I'm pretty confident with that. I just worry that they're going to carry on this. We're just going to run through the stories like we have been since like Black Panther.
Yeah.
You can go all the way back from 2018 whenever that movie came out. I was like, it was kind of they kind of just ran through that movie, and then they've just been running through these movies ever since. And it's,
I mean, Panther's origin technically explained in Civil War, you know?
I mean, kind of, but he was already Black Panther at that point, right?
Yeah, it was so weird. Yeah, they've been making some odd choices. I guess we'll see. The only thing was, like, I'm glad and also not glad. I wanted to see Surfer, but I understand why you didn't, so it makes sense.
So it's probably better to show off that you're actually going to have Galactus look like Galactus, and hey, we have a Chrome person. Kind of hard to not do a Chrome person.
100%.
You kind of already know what this Chrome person's going to look like.
Yeah, you've seen this actress
and make them shiny.
Take Doug Jones and add some tits on him, and there's your new Silver Surfer. Okay, well,
what's the board gonna look like? Yes,
it's a surfboard in space. Oh man, it's like there was a lot of stuff here. Obviously, this is a film that's coming out literally under a year from now, so they're getting work done already, which is great. So we're definitely gonna be. We'll be seeing the first trailer for this, I guarantee, by Captain America. Like, that's...
Oh, easily, yeah.
So by February of next year, we're going to have the first trailer, and it's going to be pretty awesome to see what they've cooked up.
Actually, no, February to July, yeah. I'm thinking that's really close to start marketing, but no, you're right, yeah.
No, they can't wait till May for you know, Thunderbolts, because that's too far away.
I mean, they've done it before, right?
True. That was the Avengers power, though, so I don't know if that has